Sleeping Dogs, released in 2012 by United Front Games and published by Square Enix. This open-world crime drama slipped under the radar for a lot of players. On the surface, it looked like another GTA clone, a sandbox city, cars to steal, missions to run. But anyone who actually played it knows. Sleeping Dogs was something else. Something special. Today, I want to talk about why Sleeping Dogs isn't just a good game, but an underrated gem that deserves way more love than it got. The first thing that separates Sleeping Dogs from the pack is its setting. While most open-world crime games were locked to American cities, like Liberty City or Los Santos, Sleeping Dogs dropped us right into the heart of Hong Kong. And it wasn't some generic Asia-flavored backdrop. This was a city alive with neon lights, crowded markets, food stalls steaming with dumplings, and side alleys buzzing with scooters and chatter. The developers put serious effort into making Hong Kong feel authentic. You could stop in the middle of a street, listen to NPCs speaking Cantonese, and get lost in the rhythm of the city. It felt unique, fresh, and very different from the cookie-cutter open worlds of the time. Then we've got the story. You play as Wei Shen, an undercover cop who infiltrates the triads. Now, we've all seen undercover cop stories before. But what Sleeping Dogs did brilliantly was show the conflict of living a double life. Wei wasn't just a cop pretending to be a gangster. He became emotionally tied to the people he was supposed to betray. You'd share food with them, fight alongside them, and form bonds that actually made you question whose side you were really on. The acting was incredible too. Will Yun-Li voiced Wei Shen, and the cast included big names like Emma Stone and Lucy Liu. This wasn't B-list voice acting. It was cinematic, and that gave the story real weight. Gameplay-wise, Sleeping Dogs shined in areas most open-world games completely ignore. Instead of just focusing on guns, the game leaned hard into martial arts. The hand-to-hand combat was deep, fluid, and brutal, inspired by movies like Infernal Affairs and Hard Boiled. You could grab enemies, slam them into walls, or use the environment in crazy ways, like smashing a guy's head into a fish tank or a meat hook. Driving also felt slick. United Front Games originally worked on racing games, and you could tell chases through neon-lit Hong Kong streets were fast, smooth, and cinematic. Add in mechanics like eating street food for buffs, karaoke minigames, and even gambling, and the game just had layers. So why didn't Sleeping Dogs blow up? Timing, mostly. It was originally supposed to be a true crime sequel, but the project was dropped and revived under a new name. That branding shift confused people. It didn't have the legacy of GTA, and it wasn't marketed hard enough to stand on its own. Plus, 2012 was a stacked year in gaming. We had Mass Effect 3, Far Cry 3, Dishonored, and Borderlands 2. Sleeping Dogs got buried under giants. But here's the thing. People who did play it loved it. Critics praised it, fans still talk about it, and it's built a cult following over time. Sleeping Dogs never got the sequel it deserved. A follow-up was in development, but it was canceled, and United Front eventually shut down. That's tragic, because Sleeping Dogs had all the DNA of a franchise that could have rivaled GTA or Yakuza. Yet even today, more than a decade later, it holds up. The combat feels fresh, the story is gripping, and the setting is unmatched. It's a time capsule of what open-world games could be, if developers weren't afraid to step outside the norm. So if you've never played it, or maybe you forgot about it, consider this your reminder. Sleeping Dogs isn't just another open-world crime game. It's an underrated gem, one that deserves to be remembered, revisited, and respected. Thanks for listening. If you've played Sleeping Dogs, let me know what your favorite moment was. And if you haven't, maybe it's time to take a trip back to Hong Kong.